Man United 1, Leicester 2. We've lost a game today. And it's not that deep. It's not that deep, man. It's a performance that is reminiscent of a team that doesn't play. We made 10 changes. I don't think we could have expected too much more than what we saw. The fact that we even needed to try and bring on the big guns from like the 60th minute onwards because we were under the cosh, um, tells you kind of how we were playing. But in parts, we did play all right. I was more there for the ride today. I was more there for the journey. I was like, look, let's just try and enjoy it. It was an exciting team that we'd never seen before. Alanga getting his debut, Ahmad getting his Premier League first start, seeing Donny and Matic in the midfield, along with Mata. And I just knew there would be problems. You look at bringing in Tellez and Brandon Williams. There's going to be problems in the fullback area. Eric Bailly and Tuanzebe, who defended, to be fair, at quite well for large parts, but just on the ball, it just wasn't good enough. And obviously Brandon Williams as well at right back and Tellez at left back. Just the whole basis to go and play. It just proves how important our first 11 is. But look, Ollie's changes were absolutely necessary. Like, he had to do it. Anyone getting on to Ollie and saying, oh, he gave City the league, he should have done this, he should have played more players, he should have done this. Not here for it. Like, these players have come in to help us out because the Premier League have put that game where it is. And I don't care whether we got the game cancelled as fans at the protest or not. They didn't have to do that. It's only mashing up the integrity of the Premier League. You know, Jurgen Klopp now. Yeah, I see Liverpool fans moaning and getting their arse, and that Jurgen Klopp might moan about it in his press conference whenever he does it tomorrow or whatever. I don't know if they're playing tomorrow, but whatever it is, he could have the arse. But at the end of the day, we never made the fixture schedule. And what you're supposed to do, play the same team 4 games in what is it? 4 games in 7 days. Play the same team. Can't do it. Impossible. So I don't have any problems with that starting lineup. I don't have any problems with the fact of who he put in it and why he did it. I liked the look of Lalanga. Sorry, he played well. He played okay. Tried to do his best. You know what I'm saying? He looked a bit lively at times, made some good runs, kept it simple. It's his first ever game at Old Trafford in the first team. Do you know what I'm saying? Leave the kid, let him rest. Ahmad looked bright, some nice little neat touches. But Mason Greenwood, it's mad, isn't it? Because Mason Greenwood's kind of, he's the same age group as Diallo and Alanga, but obviously you look at the experience he's got playing in the first team. Already 100 appearances for Man United. And our highest scoring teenager since Rooney, or that equaled Rooney's broken Rooney's record as a teenager. He's just levels above. And the goal that he did score was just brilliant. It really was. It was typical Greenwood fashion. Yes, he's predominantly left-footed, but when it comes to shooting, he's 50-50, mate. It does not matter. Great finish, great take on his left foot, great finish with his right foot. But to the first goal that we did concede, what a goal that was by, I think, Luke Thomas. I think his name is, young kid. He's doing well at Leicester as well. Big up to him. But couldn't do anything with the finish. But the type of goal that it is, even when our first team's there, we concede goals of that manner, where Wan-Bissaka has to come across because the centre-backs have been sucked in field or sucked too far to the left-hand side of the pitch. And Wan-Bissaka has to come in and overcompensate, and then the ball gets switched to the back post. Now, that finish was out of this world. But in terms of us finding ourselves in that position where the opposite wing-back or left-back or winger has acres of space at the back post. That always happens. So that was a bit frustrating. The second bit that was frustrating was the fact that, all right, cool, Leicester kind of upped their game as well in the second half. Not the end of the world. They're fighting for top 4. They're fighting for top 4 to stay in the top 4. You got to remember, they even with our proper team, you know, we drew against Leicester 2-2 when we should have held on after we were originally losing in that game. I think it's Vardy when it hit off Tuanzebe and went in. Then when we played our proper team against them in the flipping FA Cup quarter final, we got spanked 3-1. Do you know what I'm saying? And again, we was losing and then got back to 1-1 and then they ran away with it. So when you play Leicester on any day with a midfield of Tielemans, Ndidi and say Maddison, or if it's Perez today, they're a good team. They are a good team. They do, they can sometimes bottle it at this time of the season and stuff like that. So that weren't the frustrating bit. The frustrating bit was when we made the change at half time, in around the 60th minute on the corner, just seeing when we concede goals from set pieces because we do the zonal thing. Marcus Rashford, what's Marcus Rashford doing marking Solsjkaer? Like, this has happened so many times before. And I said it in the fan forum. I remember last year away at Liverpool, And I saw Andreas Pereira marking Van Dijk in that first kind of wave of like the blockers, as he call it. Then I saw Brandon Williams was marking Van Dijk as well. And then Van Dijk went and scored, obviously, because by the time the ball gets to a Matic or a McTominay in the air or a Harry Maguire, they've got the run. The opposing players got the run on them. Like, I looked at it and I wrongly said, "Oh, Matic has got to do better." Matic couldn't do a damn thing, and it's Rashford's man, but it shouldn't be Rashford's man. So I mean, we've got to get our best headers on the ball going up against their best headers of the ball. That's how I like it to be done. Don't know if it's because I'm old-fashioned, but the accountability needs to be there. Get your best headers going up against their best headers. So apart from that, and then we were chasing the game from them. We couldn't really get into the game, and we tried to rescue it by bringing on Rashford, Bruno, and Cavani, but the game was already gone. In the context of the season, look, Man City have got the league. They were always going to get the league. It is what it is. But we had to prepare for Thursday. If the Liverpool game would have been tonight, then we would have had to rest them for this Liverpool game and play Leicester on the Thursday. This fixture list dictates it, not who we're playing. Do you know what I'm saying? And the fact that the games were so close together, we had to make changes. So I don't have a problem with that, to be honest. I did start getting pissed off as you start watching it, because you're like, the way we can see is always annoying. The first one's a worldie. The second one's just annoying. But we just didn't have a foothold in the game. Donny, I think, did well at times, but again, struggled with the physicality and the speed. But again, how difficult is it to judge Donny when he's been pulled from pillar to post? He doesn't know whether he's going to play left wing, number 10, number 6, number 8, right wing. Kid doesn't know where he's going to play next. And he's rusty. Same with Brandon Williams. Like, even anytime Brandon Williams was coming this season, he's looked really bad, to be fair to him. Bless him, because obviously last season he had that fluidity, he had that momentum, and now he's been asked to come in as a bit part player. He's struggling with that. Tellez, he did okay, but not the best. Tuanzebe was good defensively and great in the tackle, made some real good covering tackles and marshalled the back four well with Eric Bailly for large parts. But just on the ball, the little ring rust was there. Those little bouncing it out with your left foot, controlling it, so hitting it into midfield first time. Just little things, but that was to be expected with the team we played with. Do you know what I'm saying? That we don't have those issues when Maguire's there, when Shaw's there, when Wan-Bissaka's there. And that gives us the basis to go and play. Juan Mata, again, ran out of legs towards the end. I was impressed with Matic, though. To be honest with you, because especially in the first half. Second half, yeah, I think the performance got on top of the whole team and Matic couldn't really change that. But in the first half, it was a proper calming influence. And the fact that I think Tuanzebe and Bailly probably aren't the best on the ball, not like how Lindelof and Maguire are, we really missed that today. And I think what Matic was tasked with, you could see it, was dropping into the back four to pick up the ball, to initiate us playing. And he did do that very well. He hit some great balls out wide. He travelled well with the ball. He made good decisions and just gave that calming influence. Almost like, and that's against no mugs in Ndidi and Tielemans. So it's almost like he was doing what McTominay and Fred do together, or maybe don't do very well together, but as one. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, a lot of people saying play Donny and Matic. That's a much better pairing than McTominay and Fred. I just think you need to be a little bit careful with that, because that doesn't have enough legs in it for me. I don't mind if you're saying play Matic with one of the others who can run around. Maybe that's a basis to go. Break up the McFred partnership, and maybe Matic should get a little bit more game time in there. But I know he can't play at the intensity and he can't play week in, week out. But if you're playing with someone who can run about, I think that is a better pairing than Donny in there. I think you've got to be careful with trying to make Donny a defensive midfielder at Man United with how we want to play. It's not going to work. I don't see how Donny fits in ever unless we change to a 4-3-3. I just can't see it. He's not a 10. Well, he's not a 10 in this team with how we want to play. And he's never going to get given, more importantly than what I don't think he's ever going to get given a sustained run to prove himself in any of them positions. So I think at Man United, he's always going to be a bit part player. I can't see him being the number one starter. Be interested to see what we do in the summer. So yeah, look, roll on Thursday. Cavani signed his deal. You look at the players that started today, and I think the only person who needs a rest for the Liverpool game or shouldn't start is probably Mason Greenwood, because he started against Roma, didn't he? Started against Villa, played near enough all that game. What happened to Cavani? Yeah, because Cavani came on. I think Greenwood might have come off near the end. But he's played a lot of football, and that's why he got taken off, quite early today, which reflected that. But Rashford should be ready to go. Cavani's ready to go. Pogba, Bruno's ready to go. McTominay and Fred straight back in. Shaw and Wan-Bissaka straight back in. and it's going to be Lindelof by. I don't think Harry Maguire is going to be ready by then. He won't even have been training this week as well. So, and it's a stupid risk. So it'll probably be Lindelof and Bailly, unless he thinks that, with our Bailly's injury record, it might come too soon for him. So he might have to play what's his face, Axel instead. So we'll see. But yeah, I don't really like picking a man of the match when we've lost. But I was impressed with Matic. I liked him. And Mason Greenwood, man, this kid's he's just going from strength to strength. He's such a threat. He just makes chances out of nothing. And Ahmad done well to run in behind, nick the ball and make the right pass, because he could have got excited thinking, Old Trafford, I'm in the box, let me try and do something. No, pick the right pass, played it to Mason, nice weight on the pass, good choice of pass, and Mason just does the business. So I'll probably say Mason Greenwood or Matic, but I'm going to go with Mason because he's just keeping up the scoring run and he got us back into that game and we couldn't go on to win it. So, because what Mason's doing is he's not scoring the bit part goals. He's not scoring goals when we're 3-0 up. You know what I mean? And then he gets the fourth. He's scoring like against Villa, the goal that got us back into the game. He's scoring like the goal today. Sorry, the goal that against Villa, he scored the goal that made us take the lead. And then today he scored the goal that got us back into the game. He's doing his thing. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'll go with Mason Greenwood, man of the match. But roll on Thursday, man. I'll see you guys then. Peace.